We are just east of the U.S. Capitol, about 8 miles or so, at the home of the Commanders, Northwest Stadium in Landover. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Washington Commanders. Settle in. We think we've got a good one. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson with you. Off we go from Landover. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here go 46. Here go 48. Here go 46. 46.
Go play action. It's Prescott. Oh, man, open downfield is Thornton. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play right off the bat. 35 yards.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Here go 48. Hey, kill. Here go kill. Here go 47. 26.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's caught left side by Otten. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Good work after the catch. They gain 19 yards and a 1st down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On the play fake, Dak. That is caught, and he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
Washington Commanders.
They try to sneak it here. Looking to squeeze into a crease somewhere. Did not break the plane. They're going to mark him short.
No gain on the play.
They'll go with the sneak. And he will drive his way into the end zone. Dak Prescott, touchdown Commanders. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Check, Bobcat.
First carry now for Kenneth Walker. He gets 3 inside the 30. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. That's touchdown number 31 on the year. It ties him with LaDainian Tomlinson for the most in a single season.
The kick is good.
And that's rushing touchdown number 28 on the year. A remarkable number. He draws level with the Hall of Famer, LaDainian Tomlinson, for the most rushing TDs in an NFL season. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Play fake. Prescott. That's into the hands of Thornton. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. A big play to kick off this drive. It's a gain of 43 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no good.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up first and goal.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Etienne. He's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
2nd and goal. Now it's from the 6-yard line. Here's Prescott. Now a screen set up for Etienne. This one going to be sniffed out. Blown up in the backfield.
5-yard loss.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
3rd and goal for Prescott. That one, take it in. A.J. Brown. Touchdown, Washington. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year. And this one is no good. He has missed the extra point. Keep that one in mind. We'll see if that comes into play as we go along this afternoon.
Set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Shaheed now to return it. He'll be out of bounds just past the 25.
Shaheed on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Go, Riggs.
On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down at the 31. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Deputy Ranger. Deputy Ranger. Let's go now.
Throwing, Willis. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
I'm not so sure he would have picked up the 1st down had they connected either way, but still, disappointing outcome to not at least get a handful of positive yards on that last one.
On 3rd down, they go with Walker.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On play action, here's Dak. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Yeah. Here we go 44. Here we go 46. 40. Here we go. Kill. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On 3rd down, Prescott. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Play action now. Prescott rolling to the left. Now he takes off. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
And he'll get about 4 out of that one. That should be enough to move the chains. It is 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Oh, not a good throw there. That's across his body. It's intercepted. That's the linebacker, Jack Gibbons.
Mike, these are just throws you're not accustomed to seeing, especially from a quarterback that has played this much football. He's been around the NFL for a long time. He's got to make better decisions. Costly mistakes like that are going to kill his team.
This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Come on.
They'll keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. We'll get this to about midfield. Matt Milano there to stop it.
He was brought down by Matt Milano. It's a gain of 4.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
19 target, just 50, just 6, 7 Pirates, 19 sight.
Now Willis. In trouble, and down he goes. That is Trey Hendrickson. Into double figures now. That is sack number 10 on the year. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds.
26-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He'll take a shot with Mims. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So a big one there to start the drive. 47 yards.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Hey, 47. Here we go, 46.
Dak can throw it here on 1st down. Pass caught right side by Thornton. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
At the 16-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this 1st half. We'll be back just outside the nation's capital after this. Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. Forced out left. To the tight end. Otten with the grab. And he'll somehow turn this into a net positive. Getting out of bounds after a pickup of a yard.
There's a lot of quarterbacks around the league that really struggle with this, Mike, but not this guy. A righty quarterback moving to his left. Your mechanics, your footwork, and your arm talent all have to align. And tell you what, he does it about as well as anybody around the league. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Hey, kill!
They'll throw again. Dak. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 31-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Commanders tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the 1st half.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Let's go now. Moving like 18 rattlers.
Willis. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a 1st down.
19,
1st down, Seahawks.
Willis now to throw. Shaheed with the catch. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down.
Big-time completion here as they try to get some points before the half. And remember, they're getting the ball back after the break, so they get a chance to double up possessions here if they're able to put a scoring drive together in the closing stages of this half.
Check smash.
On the handoff, this is Walker. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off.
It is such pressure.
There was just nowhere to go from the
If I lose this, or if I win this game, I automatically make the playoffs. But if I lose, I have to hope my division rival loses too. Otherwise, I won't make the playoffs.
Well, you're losing 7-16, so you got 9 more points to clutch back up. It's your ball, so you better lock the fuck in.
Yeah.
Hey, that's 1st down, though, so you're good.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Because what, you score 6, that brings you up to 12. You get maybe to 13, so you need 1 more touchdown.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
How the fuck does he have 16 points?
Scoring. Wow, he scored a touchdown, scored another touchdown, missed the extra point, then went for a field goal.
Oh, field goal, doesn't that count as like 3 points or something?
Yeah.
That's why.
Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I'm just glad that
halftime looms,
wasn't.
Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here.
Yeah, double chin on that dude.
With some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's going
That's not what I meant to go to, but he was wide open, so I'll take it.
First and goal, he is down.
Definitely threw that to the wrong guy, by the way.
Man, they're is running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They've got it at the 8, first down and goal.
Ready? Hawk 70, Hawk 70. 19 tight, 19 tight. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Come 19.
Willis to throw. Pass right side, that is hauled in by Horton. Now a signal.
But I'm about to pull up your stream on my phone. Give me a sec.
Okay.
He's gonna be on it.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
60 by Panther 11, Panther
Ball.
11. 70 Rangers, 7.
To throw, here's Willis. This one caught at the 4.
Oh, shit.
And he's so close to the
Pop
goal
in.
line.
Wrong.
Forgot I had no timeouts.
Extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. So we are at halftime, and Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Corey Horton now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Good touch.
Ready up. Get it. Let go.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Veteran Trey Hendrickson there on the stop.
Trey Hendrickson on the tackle. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. The 35-yard line.
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5.
Go.
Once again, it's Walker. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Matt Milano there to stop him.
A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready, ready.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Let's go now. Gotta be lying. 70. Ready, ready.
To throw is Willis. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And a very solid return as they're able to bring him down.
Washington takes over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Yeah, very good. 47. All right, nice. 26.
On the play fake, Dak. Trying on the left side and caught by Pittman. And he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line.
It's rotations per minute.
All game long, but he comes through with the grab and a 1st down. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Yeah.
6-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
54 wide. Yeah, here we go. 26.
They'll play action. It's Prescott. Now a shot here, deep middle. Right-handed defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
3rd and short. Prescott. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming.
Here we go, 46, 46. Yeah, here we go. Here we go, going to 53. Hey, kill. 26.
Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. He finds Mims.
Worse.
Complete. And he's going to have a Commander's 1st down as they manage to convert. That'll keep this drive alive.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Here's Etienne. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. To throw is Dak. Now a screen set up for Etienne. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Gain of 4 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
1st down, Prescott. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Kill. There we go, 26.
Play fake. Prescott forced out wide. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. And maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
I think he knew in the back of his head he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
47. We're going to 54. 47. 26.
On 3rd down, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Travis Etienne that time. And it's going to be 4th down.
Will Lutz on for the field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Commanders will extend their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
On the return, here comes Horton. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
Run, bitch!
At their own 47-yard line.
I'm going to bed after this game, by the way. So,
I thought we were playing.
I gotta get up at 6 a.m.
Yeah, okay.
Straight ahead, it's Walker.
Don't run me, I
Brought
understand.
down after a gain of a couple.
His 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd down.
Let's go now.
They'll run here with Walker. Oh, big hole left side. And he will score. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown Seahawks. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. McPherson now for the PAT. He knocks it through. And the Seahawks have cut the deficit to 5. before he gets out on defense, here is Justin Reed to kick this one away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Yeah! 8, 8. Then we're going to 53.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that is incomplete. He was looking for Marvin Mims there. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
So you take the field as a defense and you understand that the opposing team just gave up points. They want to grab back some of the momentum, some of the energy on the sideline. In the back of your head, you're saying, all right, they're going to take a shot probably within these first couple plays. Here they did it on the first play. It's exactly what happened. Good coverage and falls incomplete.
That is taken in left side by Thornton. 3rd down and 9.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Going to 54, going to 50. Here we go, 46. Hey, kill! Here we go, 46. 26.
A shotgun snap for Prescott. That's complete to ETN. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. They only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Sweat to that at 48. Hey, kill! Then we're going to 53. 26.
Again, Prescott to the air. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to have the 1st down. An aggressive call there.
Yeah, bro, you flew over him.
As they convert on 4th down. This runs straight ahead for ETN. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's across midfield to the 49-yard line. A gain of 2.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 8.
Yeah, here we go. 48.
Once again, it's ETN. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
It's 3rd. So all you gotta do is turn.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside
Fine.
the
He's
30-yard
gonna score another
line.
touch.
That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
10 at the 27-yard line.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Pushed out to his left. He's
Ah.
got it at the 7. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Tyquan Thornton. Touchdown, Commanders. The kick is good.
It's
but
over.
There are penalty flags down. They might have made contact with the kicker too late.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away.
The Seahawks take over first and 10. At their own 35.
Yes, I score literally right now. This game is over. I had to waste one of my timeouts to this stupid game.
Hey, check that. Street. Go.
On the ground, it's Walker. And he looks past the 40. Taken down after a gain of 7. From the 42-yard line. Here's second down and 3. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
They'll try it now with Walker. And that's not going to work. The defense comes up with a fourth down, fourth quarter stand, and forces a turnover on downs. They'll run. It's ETN. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He's brought down at the 39-yard. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball on the 39.